trying to get through his head that like we have to have a top.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. Thank you for joining us Thursday evening. Whatever time you're listening to us or watching us, thank you for taking time out of your evening or Tuesday night, because you can listen to us on the Contagion Effects Show. Can also be heard on Reefs Across America Radio on Truckin' Tuesdays at 11 p.m. Eastern. You can find Reefs Across America Radio on the iHeart app, the Odyssey app, and the TuneIn app. Search the word Reef. Yes, thank you very much. We just got that right out of the way. Greetings and salutations.
Way to do it.
How you doing? What's going on, D? Talk to me, baby. How's your week?
Oh, same old stuff, man. Busy, staying busy, doing my best. Yeah. Still trying to work on music. I'm trying to prioritize the big things.
What?
Life
trying to work on music?
Flipping around.
Wait, you're trying to work on music like this? What?
Always.
Imagine life just you and me. I won't take the weight from your shoulders. We don't have to live in the past no more. The story we'll write will be bolder. You know the kids will play. We'll teach them how to pray. And you and I will dance well. Days will come and go, but you will always know this bleeding heart will always show.
Hey,
yeah,
so
that's exactly what we're on right now.
Yeah, I just got a notification that we are not live on Facebook. We are not live on Facebook. Correction, we are not live on Facebook. Why are we not live on Facebook?
Boy.
But we're going to go start the live event right now because we're going to be on Facebook. But I see us on Facebook right now. So I don't know.
Yeah, that's weird. I see that. I see the streams coming through on the Facebook.
What is up with that? What is up, dog? Mups, us.
Facebook
I've got a red
crazy.
Mark. Crazy. So, well, anyways, we're going to be on YouTube. So go check us out on YouTube, and we're going to be hit up here in a while.
YouTube's the place to be, man.
YouTube's the legit. I just added a couple L's in legit, but it's too legit to quit. Hey, welcome. Thank you, Derek Iozio. Derek Iozio has the book. Hey, you know what you guys need for your, I almost said stocking stuffer, but you need to go check out Derek Iozio's book, Kayla and the Snowneck. I'm not going to tell you what that is because if you read about it, he'll tell you about it. Derek is an Army veteran. And are you really a former first responder? Because if there was an incident, wouldn't you just respond? I'm just saying. I just throw that out there. Derek Iozio has got a couple books out. Go check him out. They also do coffee in the morning, and I'm gonna put a link to his bio. They're doing some awesome stuff. But yeah, I'm a little sidetracked right now because of that. But Derek, appreciate you sending me your clip of your music. I appreciate it. I need to slow my my body temperature down. I need to slow my voice down because I'm getting a little excited. I got a red mark. I mean, I'm not sure why the red mark is there, but it is. MBR live on TikTok. Hey, what's up, Joel? You're here to ring because we just talked about you. Thank you, Joel. This is gonna be a good one, dude. This is gonna be good. Joel's the man, and we appreciate what you do for the military, and thank you for your service. Also, remember we are live on TikTok on Military Broadcast Radio out of the great state of Colorado. Check them out. We also are live on YouTube and Facebook, and we are on a couple different ones, but I'm a little concerned on that. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But yeah, it's interesting because I'm not in the right spectrum right there. And let's just go there. So Derek, tell us how the contest is going.
The contest is going very well, actually. So, I'll give you the kind of the walkthrough. I'll make it as quick as I can here. So I opened TikTok accidentally for the first time in like, I don't know, it was like 3 months. I hadn't opened TikTok in like 3 months. I opened up, I saw a good friend with fucking goddamn, now brain farting. Whatever. I saw a good friend. He was on there, great musician. And I was like, wonder what he's doing. So I texted him and I was like, hey, by the way, you look beautiful on TikTok, by the way. He goes, you should join. I said, sure. I said, what am I joining? He said, it's a singing competition. I said, okay. I said, sounds good to me, man. I said, how the hell do I do that? And he's like, all right, you just got to click this multi-guest button. So I clicked this multi-guest button and I joined this whole competition, which initially I thought was just for veterans. All right, well, I was wrong. All right, so it's called Patriots Got Talent, and it's put on by like a Battle Buddies such and such. I can't remember the name of the group right now because I'm terrible with my memory. But they're doing an amazing thing, and so I joined this, and he's like, I don't know if you're gonna get on tonight. And I was like, cool. So I ended up on that night. I played an original. Yeah. It was the last song I wrote before this one.
We have it.
He's like,
I think we have it actually.
He said, you're through. He said, absolutely. He said, you're through.
Yeah.
So I go to the second round. Second round was Monday. I didn't know what song I was going to play. My initial plan was to play a cover. I was going to do a cover. And then at the last second, I was just kind of like, man, I was like, I got to do an original. I was like, that's my thing right now. I was like, so understand, I'm competing against everyone around the globe.
Worldwide, international, prestige.
It's worldwide. Yeah, it's worldwide. It's international. It's everybody and their mom. They're singing karaoke. Like they've got like the instruments in the background, just the music. It's karaoke for the most part. And I was like, all right, cool. Well, all I got's my original song. So you're gonna have to listen to me play guitar. And he's like, cool, sounds good. So last night or Monday night, I was like, cool. I don't know what song to sing. I'll sing this cover. We'll just do that and see what happens. And then at the last second, I was like, nope, we're gonna play Lighthouse. So I played Lighthouse. I go through, I play Lighthouse. Immediately, he says, you almost got a perfect score, dude. He goes, you're nice. The third round. I was like, what in the shit just happened? So now I'm very concerned because I don't know really how to build up from the Lighthouse to the third round. So I'm really stressing on how to write a song that's better than Lighthouse, because Lighthouse is one of my favorites.
You don't have to actually write a song for it, right? You can do whatever song you want, correct?
Whatever I want, but like the stubborn
points?
Yeah, the stubborn, no, you don't get more points, but the stubborn part of me is like, you can do better. Just do it.
I got you.
You know what I mean? Like it's that Marine Corps mentality where I'm just like, you can do better, so do it. Don't be a bitch.
Right on. So we also, did you know, I think I corrected the issue. I think it just lost its connection. So now all of our platforms are happy and get your bellies full because, ladies and gentlemen, you have 4 days. You know what 4 days? You know in 4 days what's going to happen in 4 days?
What's happening?
It's tax season. It's taxes, and the government wants their money. And I don't know if this dude can help you.
Before we leave here.
Oh shit!
Before you do this, I remember the name. It was Elliot McKenzie.
Elliot McKenzie. Thank you for having a contest that my friend just ate up like 4 minutes of explaining because we love it.
Sorry,
Elliot, I love you.
Do you dread having to do your taxes? Does the mere thought of it make your head spin? Miller's Mobile Tax Service is here for you. We will handle your individual or business taxes. We will come to you to prepare your taxes. We are skilled, professional, and ready to get started for you. Call 209-678-8515.
ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, we have a hot message in the comment section from yours truly, Kim Gwinner. Thank you. Please hold it because we have a special presentation. Thank you, JD, for joining. Mark E. Peterson, Patriot Pride. Let's grow, bro. Let's grow. Also, thank you for joining us. Elliot McKenzie is the dude. I don't think I've officially met him, but I can't wait. Just like I'm not even going to wait anymore because we're just going to get to it. From the great state of the Northeast, the great state of New York, you can literally read this dude's bio and be like, we ain't Hannity. I'm telling you right now, that we are not Hannity. We are not going to act like we are. And I think that's what the great thing about the Contagion Effect show is. We are the hub and the spokes that protrude from that hub is reaching the great distances of the Americas, North and South and Central, across the globe. This human that we're getting ready to introduce, bro, no limits, no excuses. It's not a tagline. This gentleman, ladies and gentlemen, Will Castillo, he is the #1 ranked bobsledder in the world. And I hope he just doesn't correct me right now because it says it right there, currently ranked #1 in the world for para bobsled. Will, welcome to the show. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
As you can see, the show, I told you something was going to happen, and it is what it is. And that's the great thing. The ironic part of your background right there is I have that picture. I've got multiple pictures because if you follow Contagion Effect, Contagion _effect _show, I did post the video up there. I didn't really tag anyone or anything like that. You have an amazing story, first of all, but the pictures are, I mean, just badass, right? And we can say ass because we're at 9:00 at night on Reese Across America. But I appreciate you. I appreciate you taking time out, the 3-hour difference and all that stuff, because we have a lot of information. We want to get it out there. So I'm going to stop rambling before we lose any more listeners. Thank you for joining us, first of all, or second, whatever it is. I'll probably thank you again for joining us. Will, with all the frills and all that stuff, where did you grow up? Where'd you come from? Where, brothers, sisters, all that good stuff.
Yeah. So first, let me start by saying I was the 2023 #1 ranked para bobsledder in the world.
Hell yes, he was.
For USA, and it was the first time in U.S. history that's happened for the senior division. Awesome. This year, I say that because this year the #1 is actually Corey Mapp from Great Britain.
Okay.
So just to correct you there, I finished 6th in the world this year. And I won the USA Nationals about a month ago. So, they didn't finish first, but still honorable 6th. So I just want to correct you right off the bat from there.
I appreciate you correcting me, even though it's my show. I appreciate that. Okay, because listen, I don't want the fact checkers to come get me. Right? I mean, I know you're ingrained in the annals of CNN and Fox and all that, and listen, I know you're a big deal, and obviously I joke, but I don't disrespect, right? I know wasn't there something at the beginning of the year where like a slow start or an injury or something like that?
Yeah, no. So in the beginning of the year, so we race throughout the world and we get points as we race throughout these countries. You finish first, you get 200 points. Second, yada yada yada. I started actually pretty strong. I got a gold medal. I finished 1st and 4th, and then I went to a new track and I didn't do as well. And then it's just the season started to take a slow turn, and then we got to pick it up at the end, and finally winning nationals was like, when you play golf and you've been missing everything, and you hit that one shot, and you're like, oh yeah, I love this sport. That was my winning nationals, and
that is so awesome.
That's incredible.
Okay, so let's back up. Because, again, my co-host that used to be here, Mike, was the way better interviewer and always liked to find out where you grew up and all that stuff. So where did Will grow up? I almost said little Will. I don't want you to come kick my ass. But where
That's
did
a
Will?
little offensive.
Right, I know.
Will was born in South America, Colombia.
Oh, nice.
No
Yes,
kidding.
yes.
Yeah. My mother met a Vietnam veteran, moved to the United States.
Okay.
Stayed back with my grandma until about 4 or 5. Once I got the paperwork to come live with her, and I ended up moving to Queens, New York. Like at 4 or 5 years old.
Is that not a movie? You were born in Colombia
like
and moved to
movie
New York.
Yeah,
Like, that should be a movie.
Oh my God! It's just I was blessed. My mother found God put somebody in my mother's life, and ended up in the United States.
That's awesome.
If you're not the next Jamaican bobsled movie, I'm gonna be disappointed.
Oh, we watch it. Yeah.
There's again, I can get lost. Real quick, ladies and gentlemen, I need Derek to kind of take over real quick because I totally Will joined us early and I got out of my mix. I didn't do my side hustle. I didn't do my side work, Mark. I didn't do my side work, so don't tell
No, you're good, man. So Will, you're growing up, right? And you're doing your thing. How do you develop? What gets you into what you're doing today?
God.
God.
Well, let me back up real quick. I don't mean to interrupt you real quick. So you came over at a young age and grew up in Queens. What high school? Where did you go to high school at?
I went to Forest Hills High School.
Is it true that it must be in New York City then that they number their high schools like 1, 2, 3, 4, like high school 4, high school 5? Have you heard about that? Is that not a thing? Public? Okay. I probably just made it up anyways. Yeah. So I know, right? So in high school, were you a good kid in high school? Did you get in trouble? How'd you get into the military?
No, I was a good kid. And I was into sports, a lot of handball, a lot of soccer. I got into a little trouble chasing skirts.
Yeah.
And how that happened.
That's girls, Derek. Just to let you know, just to help you. That's girls.
Oh, is it?
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't dealt with those in a while. It's been a minute.
So by the time I was 19, I actually had 2 kids.
Oh, nice. Oh, really? That's interesting.
Yeah. I had two young daughters, and that was around the time that 9/11 happened, and that's how I got into the military, especially being in New York, in Queens.
Yeah.
It was real personal, and I joined the military.
MOS?
19 Delta.
19 Delta. Tell me, D, what's that? 19 Delta.
19 Delta. I'm assuming it's Army. So I have no clue actually.
Scout.
But what was that?
It's a scout.
Scout. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that sounds about right. I've been asked to join the Army a lot, but I never had the moxie to do it, I guess. I was, Marine through and through, so I was just like, no, maybe not for me.
My brother is a Marine.
Do you have a lot of military in your family? Do you come from, obviously, you grew up in Colombia, or you were born in Colombia, come over to America. Is it the family? Is there other military other than you and your brother in the family?
Well, yeah, I have a cousin, but I was the first one to join, and then the cousin joined the Air Force. My brother went Marine Corps, and I think that's where we're at right now.
So you kind of changed the dynamics of the family, then, really? I
think 9/11 changed a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So, what made you decide to join the military, and what made you decide to join the Army?
9/11. After 9/11, I felt like it was, as a young male. I think most of us at that age, we were 19 and 20. It was like,
right.
This is what I should be doing. This is my
just like Kim said,
whatever. It was in that.
Yeah.
The country was in that kind of spirit.
Yeah.
And the Army was just happened to be the first recruiter that I stepped into.
Oh wow, wow!
So they probably did a really good job. Like they sold the job really well.
Oh yeah, I was clueless.
But he, like he just said, he goes, he was going there because he was going to sign up. It's not like, you know, they had to roll out the red carpet for him or anything. He was going to sign up and give back, right? I mean, that's
right.
He saw what, you know, the transition going from Colombia to America. He saw what the benefit and what helped the family grow, basically, right? I mean,
my mom,
right?
So much into me growing up about, like, you don't understand how it is, you know, in different parts of the world and how blessed we are here that, you know, but when I signed up, it you know, I think if you ask anybody in Queens, New York, that was about 19, 20 years old during 9/11 would have been like, I was probably thinking about trying to sign up, you know, trying to get in or whatever the case might be. I just wanted to make sure that I had my benefits in order to make sure my family was safe.
Yeah, because you have 2 young daughters at that time, and the ironic part is this: it literally was not about you. Like you just said, it was you had the family, you had the daughters that you needed to take care of. This was the ends to the means, I believe, is what they say.
Yeah.
And so basically, so you go off. Do you want to talk a little bit about where you went and what you did and go from there?
Yeah. So I signed up, and then there was like a 1-year delay entry program. And then I ended up going to Fort Stewart. My first deployment was in 2004. Did a year or a year and a half. Can't remember. In Iraq. Made my rank. In 2006, I was a staff sergeant. I was in charge of my own truck. There was 5 trucks. We deployed to Iraq. We were actually in Ramadi. We were attached. For some reason, we were attached to the Marines. We were in Ramadi. Then we went into Fallujah. April 27, 2007. We were on a QRF mission, you know, quick response force. Helicopter needed to land to pick up some wounded. We did our job, and as we were rolling out, we ran over an IED.
This story kind of changed the way that you saw life, right? I mean, at that point, you're like, hey, man, you guys were done. You guys are rolling out. Boom, IED. And what kind of happened? I mean, I know there's a story there, and I'm trying to pull it from you, but like, you lost a couple of good dudes, right? I mean, brothers.
Yeah.
Brothers.
First of all, I was the NCO, so I was in charge of them, and being a parent, right? And these young warriors, I mean, they were so young, and you know, and we train. We do tons of training. We have tons of gear.
Yeah.
You know, I was one of those NCOs that I would make sure our gear was working 100%. That the guys are 100%, you know, and that has their own story behind it. And then in the blink of an eye, it's just, that's it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you end up waking up in the United States, and, you know, and you think your leg is your biggest injury because you wake up, you're missing a leg, and, you know, you have some sort of traumatic brain injury or some sort of disconnect or whatever. Then you find out you're the only survivor, and it's like.
So from that point, whenever you get back to the States and you realize, holy shit, the life that I was making a path for has drastically changed. And like being in that, I can't speak because I was not in the military, but having that camaraderie and having the camaraderie of your military partner, but yet knowing that you're in charge of the group of them, right? Like that's got to be even more stressful than, you know, hey, I got to make sure I'm good. My partner's good, but you have a whole group that you're taking care of.
Yeah, right? Absolutely. I mean, you're the one that makes the calls. You're the one that makes sure that, from morale all the way to hygiene, that they're squared away, ready to go at any minute. And they were ready. I said we were ready to fight. But when you roll over an IED, there's absolutely nothing you can do.
Yeah. Did you want to talk about a couple of the dudes that you lost? I mean, and again, I'm going to say it because I say it a lot because I don't want the disrespect to. Sometimes I say things and it doesn't come out. Everyone that you lost means something, right? You have a couple of special guys that just kind of. I'm gonna stop talking because I'm gonna say something wrong. But did you want to talk about a couple of your buddies?
Yeah. So in the truck, it was my driver, Kirkpatrick. He's from Indiana. I'm very close to his family, the Kirkpatricks. And then my gunner was Temez. He's from Austin, Texas. And, I'm close to that family too now.
Yeah.
Very young, 19 and 20 years old.
Yeah.
Kids.
Yeah. Being the older, I don't want to say statesman, but going in older, right?
Yeah.
You're the dad figure, I'm sure there was life lessons talked about and stuff like that. I do want to take a second because I did make you a video that I want to play with permission from Kim Gwinner. This is actually a song that Kim Gwinner had had written for her from Charlie Hines. And I hope that everyone's still there. Yeah, I see. I got you, brother. Say their names. Absolutely. So let me play the video because I want to kind of get your reaction to it. So again, ladies and gentlemen, this is Derek Hines. This is the story of Kim Gwinner, but I thought it was kind of fitting to play as we had Will on today. So it's about a minute and a half. So sit back and enjoy.
Wasted years and painful days, but I still have so much to say. I was no one needing someone. They met me right here where I am. I was scared and always lonely, but that bottle's just a distant friend. No more wasted years, still some painful days, but I still have so much to say. Don't even try to get in my way. I've got so much I still need to say.
As I was putting that together, I was thinking of a couple different ways I wanted to go, and I think the added part at the end was what we needed. I hope everyone can share that and like that. Go to the TikTok. We're going to post the crap out of it now. I did get permission from all parties, so I appreciate you letting us do that, right? And I sent it to you and got your reaction. It's just the tip of the iceberg, right? So in honor of Temez and Kirkpatrick, April 27th, 2007, rest in peace, soldier. Thank you guys for everything that you do. There's a couple phrases in there. One was no wasted days, right? So as you come back to the States and you realize your world is all different, right? Like you literally have left a piece of you there. What's that transition? Albeit that we already know the transition from going from military to civilian life is next to, I don't want to say impossible because people do it, but it's harder and harder when you're in battle. When you come back, as you did, injured, how is that transition? Like, how is that? Like,
Man, my transition for me was really tough.
Yeah.
Not from a physical point. you know, the leg and everything, and you know, the speech classes worked, and all the stuff at Walter Reed. I was there for 2 years at Walter Reed. What I didn't work on was my soul, my spirit, who I was.
Yeah.
I was still 27. I was a father, so I still had to do something. So I started to work on walking and not letting the legs stop me, and training and trying to overcome all these aspects and just staying busy, staying working.
Yeah. I want to get to the gooder part of the story, but I want to go back to that. So that was 07 that you were at Walter, right? You're at 07.
Yeah.
Waking up and realizing again that, you know, it's all different now. What kind of got you to that aha, like, hey man, like, again, you said your daughters and you were still a dad on top of everything else. What was that, bro? We need to make a change for the positive. Like, what was that what was that moment that you had? Or is it always something that you're kind of, you know, fighting?
Well, I'm constantly fighting something, but it wasn't until I gave my life to God that I found a peace for me to be able to be like, all right, let's make a change. Well, you know, but I had to hit rock bottom. I had to go through my second suicide attempt, right?
Wow.
I had to take, and it had to be, you know, I don't know where you want me to start in this story, because
it's your story, brother. You can, like we said before, you want to get into it, you can get into it. Listen, everybody here on this show has attempted suicide or thought about suicide. I'll be honest, you know, it's one of those things where this show is your show. It's my therapy. I look forward to it on Thursdays. Derek's on because he got me worried. I knew he was in a dark spot. I knew he was in a bad way. And when Mike left, my co-host, when he left, I knew who I wanted to come on. And it's no disrespect to anyone else, but I've taken Derek and been like, hey, bro, like, your ass is here Thursdays. Like, I know,
you're my big brother,
like,
man.
you know, like, I know that it's that hey, I'm not going to sugarcoat shit. I kind of speak how it is, you know. So here it is. It's a little different. Yeah.
So this is all about you, Will. So tell what you want to tell, right?
Yeah, for sure.
All right. So when I woke up at Walter Reed, the first person I saw was my mom and my sister, right? And then there was you get rushed by doctors, you get put on pain medication. You know, I was on methadone, which is I didn't know what it was until they told me what it was.
Yeah.
You know, but they gave me this medication, right? So the first year, I'm just, I don't even know what the hell I'm doing. I'm just on medication, and then you get rid of the medication, and then I start working because you know now I'm the only survivor, so I feel like I have to carry. My life has to be worth 3 times.
Yeah.
Right. So I can't sit in a wheelchair and go through my feelings.
Oh, poor me. Yeah.
Do none of that. I got to learn how to walk and talk and be good at it. Then you leave Walter Reed, and I got a job with Homeland Security, and you know you're so-called a war hero. Thank you for your service, and everybody's looking at Staff Sergeant Castillo, you know, and they put you on this pedestal that you don't want to be on.
Yeah.
You don't want to know what I don't want to be a war hero, because I'm not a war hero. All I did was survive the bomb.
Yeah.
How does that make me a war hero?
Yeah.
Right? So every time, you know, and you don't want to be, you know, that kind of angry veteran either, right? Because people are showing respect and love.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you have that, and those two worlds start to collide. And then now you're in a marriage that's not doing so well, right?
Yeah.
And then you go to substance abuse, right? And now because you're a veteran, nobody's testing you for substance abuse. So now there's no accountability for yourself anymore. And your hole just gets bigger and bigger and darker. And it got so dark that, I tried to commit suicide. I took all the medication I could, all the drugs, and I got Baker Act for, a month or so. And then got back on medication, but then went back out into the real world thinking I had it, and I didn't. I fell again, and they said, and I was gonna use a weapon this time. And that's when I called for help.
Yeah.
That
moment that you called for, just out of the, did it just hit you? Did you know that it was wrong, or was it did something happen that you made that call?
My mom. You were all I could think about was my mom.
Yeah.
My mom was, I have kids but my mom has been through so much for me.
Yeah.
And she is not the strongest person to see you hurt. But she was there at the hospital with the medication and with the amputation and the cleaning and the pain and the screaming. And she's trying to cook for you Spanish food, bathroom, because they don't let you cook. So she has an electric little stove trying
sneaking it in.
Cook you something you're not supposed to have, right?
Yeah.
And if I would have done it, I would have destroyed her. And I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I wanted to so bad.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it. And then leaving everybody with my problem.
Right. So was it at the moment after the second attempt, you're realizing, hey man, I can't do that to my mom, my kids, your daughters. What transitioned into what got you into the bobsledding? Was there a transition there? What was oh hey, I want to do this.
So check it out. So I'm in my Sacred Baker Act. There's this lady named Mama Tavero come and pray with the veterans.
Okay.
Mama come and pray. I was there for a month. So Mama was there for a month. So I give my life to God. I get out of there. All of a sudden, I'm like, all right, this marriage is not. This is a toxic marriage. It's not going to work. I'm going to move out and move in with my mom. Right. I have my house, but I'm going to move in with my mom. It's the best thing for me. And I meet this girl there, and she's like, you should wear your leg. You should do. I wasn't wearing my leg. I was weighing like 300 and something pounds. And I needed to get a surgery so I could wear my leg. Back at Walter Reed. So I go and do that. And then I meet a veteran, and the veteran tells me about a camp that lady named Kim Sievers starting. And she wants to see veterans, get out of isolation. And it was for bobsled and skeleton at a very amateur level, very level. And I started going to the camps, man. I started going to the camps. And it seemed like the more my relationship with God would grow, the more God would put different people in my life.
Wow.
To help me. All right. And then it got to the point that Team USA was like, Will, you slide really well. We want you to join the team, but we need you at this weight. Can you get in shape? Can you do this? So I used to hate going to the gym for the fact that everybody would look or stare or shake my hand. And once again, it was that, war hero. And I just didn't want to go through that. So I was like, what do I do? Like, how do I train? And a veteran of mine, shout out to Quincy, told me about Catch a Lift, donated, gym equipment. And I started working, And then way before that, Building Homes for Heroes came and said, well, we want to build you an adapted home, mortgage free. So everything I'm going through, I had a home to go through it in. Otherwise, I would have been homeless or stuck out there. Right.
Yeah.
So I realized it's like God's always been looking out for me. Right. So the more my relationship grew, the more people, he would just put people. Next thing you know, I'm making Team USA. Next thing you know, I'm the, win nationals. Next thing you know, I'm the team captain, all the way up to last year, winning the World Cup overall for the first time.
I want to play a clip real quick. Thank you to Fox 35 out of Orlando. I'm actually going to play their clip. This is Stephanie Buffamonte. She had interviewed you a while back, and I want to play this. She does a good job. And so thank you, Fox 35, for allowing us to play this.
He is today, but he hopes his journey inspires other veterans.
Helicopter needed to land to pick up some wounded military. We went in there and we cleared the area.
On April 27, 2007, United States Army veteran William Castillo's life would change forever.
And then once the helicopter took off, we got back in our truck and a bomb went off underneath the truck. It killed Kirkpatrick, my driver, killed Tumez, my gunner, and I was left in the hospital for about 2 years.
He lost his left leg on that last deployment. He also had a traumatic brain injury. But while recovering at Walter Reed Hospital, someone introduced him to bobsledding.
Started very amateurly, and then as I got better, Team USA was like, hey, why don't you try out for the team?
And he did. Now the Orlando father of 4 is the para bobsled USA team captain. Will took home 3 gold medals. Team USA took overall first place last year, keeping his patriotic spirit close to his heart.
It's a chance to represent my country again. I feel like it was taken from me so quickly and so soon. I never really got a chance to say goodbye to the uniform. So I don't wear that uniform, but I wear a different type of uniform. And most importantly, I get to go out there and just try to be a good person and show the world what USA is really about.
Will struggled with depression and PTSD. Bobsledding helped him turn a new page in his life. Now he's hoping to inspire other veterans like him.
God sort of placed a little bit of hope in my life, and I fed it with hard work, mental health, physical health, spiritual health. And isolation is our biggest enemy.
That's awesome.
There's a different chapter after the military. The military is one honorable chapter. And we go through a lot, but there's so much more life after that.
Again, thank you, Fox 35, out of Orlando, Florida. She's over my ear here.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Yeah, I'm stuck over here.
If you don't mind.
Yes.
I just wanted to jump in. So I'm going to start with a joke question, Will. You know, us military guys, we have terrible questions and we are very morbid. Do you feel like you have a weight advantage where you're missing a leg, for one?
No.
All right, fair enough. That's probably fair. I had to ask it as a joke, but seriously, on a more serious side, what was like the development of getting into the bobsledding? Like, I know you kind of talked about like the general process of like they just kind of introduce you to it, but what does it look like going through that training? How do they like develop your mind to actually get in the sled and do what you're doing? Because the whole sport to me is crazy. I mean, you're going so fast, and like I've seen the wrecks, I've seen all the stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, how do you transition that? Did some of the military mindset transfer over to the bobsledding where you're like, I can do this, I can be a leader in this, and I can do that?
Absolutely. I think the camp is all a bunch of wounded veterans, right? You got to have some sort of physical, traumatic physical injury, right? And then so you have all these veterans that are sort of feeding off each other, right? And then they're doing something terrifying, and when you do it, you're like, oh, that wasn't that bad. And then you realize you still have that little warrior spirit, and that continues to grow, right? But you're terrified too, but your buddy's doing it, right? My battle buddy's going to do it, so I'm going to freaking do it, right? I'll be right behind you.
Yeah.
Right? And we sort of fed off each other, and we sort of moved. So you start at the bottom of the track, and then you get, start 5, and then you go to start 4, and then start 3, and then start 2. And then next thing you know, you're at the top of the track now. Right. So you're kind of
starting with like a short track, and then they're building that track up as you go.
Absolutely. Short track, lower speeds. And then as you get higher, because if you get stuck at 3, you're not going to get any higher. Right.
Right.
Yeah. So, and Lake Placid is such a technical track that it really does a good job preparing you.
Lake Placid. Well, guess what, Mr. Castillo? I actually have another short video.
Oh boy.
Let's take a run. It's a minute and 9. I'll let you kind of explain it a little bit. And Shonda, my wife, whenever I was talking to her about it, she's like, well, I just thought you had got in and it kind of the gravity kind of took it, but you do the short run, jump in, because you have pedals at the end of the sled, right?
No. So we
okay.
have a launching mechanism that's going to launch us.
Okay, so you are in.
I'm already in. I'm strapped in.
Oh, so I was right.
So I was strapped in. You have a mechanism that's going to push everybody around the same speed, right? And then once you start going, gravity in that push is what you start with.
Yeah.
So are you kind of just relying on like leaning the right way at the right times and like body? You're just kind of your body weight and how you manipulate it.
No, you have to steer. There's
pedals on the feet.
It's
no.
It's 2 ropes.
Okay.
2 ropes. Okay.
Yeah, and as you turn the ropes, the runners are turned, right?
No, I mean,
this is crazy.
I never knew it. I never knew that. Yeah.
So as you get on the corner, the pressure. That's how you steer. You know how you put your hand out the window and you go like this.
Yeah.
Hand go all the way up. It's the same concept. Except right there, the ice is not going to give, so you have G-force on you.
That's how I drive my truck.
How you steer. If you create too much pressure and you don't get it out at the right time, it's going to flip you up.
Holy crap!
All right, I've got a good idea here. I think this is a first-person point of view video, right?
Yeah.
Let's get a walkthrough from Will, telling us what exactly is going on. Like, let's just get like the Olympic.
You explain it.
Yeah, let's get the Olympic walkthrough.
Okay. You can hear the pedals, right?
No, that's the ice.
Pedal. It's ropes.
Okay.
Pay attention.
That's activating the metal. So this is turn 1. I'm getting ready for turn 1. Very slow up here. I'm getting my whip out. A little pressure down. Getting ready for turn 2 to the left. Get on. I take it down. Turn 3 is the left 2. It's a little crazy. Here comes turn 4.
How fast are you going right there?
Right there, maybe 40.
I felt like you were going 100 miles an hour.
But you're tucked in. You're tucked in, and 40 don't feel like 40 though, does it?
Oh, no. It feels fast.
I
really feel like you're going 100 miles an hour.
Dude, I'm telling you,
crotch rocket, just shaking.
This is where it starts to go fast. This is 4. Here comes 5. Right now, right there, you just 6. Here comes 7. 8. Here comes 9. Then here comes a big turn called 10. It's Lake Placid sign. Right. 11. Now we're picking up speed. Now we're going maybe 80 or 90. Right.
Miles an hour?
Yeah.
This is insane.
Moving down.
Miles an hour, bro.
Yeah. I have anxiety watching this.
Oh, for sure, dude. For sure. Okay, here we go.
Okay. And then here comes the chicane straight away. And then here comes 2 big turns where people crash. 17. Right. I say breathe, full breathe. 18, get on, get off. 19, and then pull the brake.
Holy shit. So you have to remember like all these turns, right?
Wow.
Absolutely.
Dude, that's insane. So what's the fastest you've gotten?
St. Moritz has been 136, 134.
Are you kidding me right now?
What?
It's kilometers, so it's about, it's still up there, 80, 90.
This is crazy.
Oh man,
dude, I can't imagine going that fast on ice. Just like,
dude, that's
props to you, man.
Yeah,
so this is obviously last year's Pan American Games, as they call them games, right? Pan American Games. Lake Placid, October 30th through November 4th. If you're rewatching this, just know that the dates aren't correct. We are going off of last season, which is the 2023 season.
Yeah.
So it's Lake Placid, and then that's from the October 30th through the 4th, and then it's back. Then you go to Germany right? Lillehammer. Is that Germany?
No, Lillehammer is not Germany. So it's
shit.
It's Norway.
You bombed. You suck.
What the hell is that? Yeah, like that. I got to look at that.
Yeah, so that was all last year's season.
Lillehammer.
Yeah, so it's we race either in Norway and Austria and Switzerland.
That's what I meant to say.
In Germany.
Yeah, so where's Lillehammer?
Samsonite.
Where? So when I get asked this on my trivia night, where is that?
Norway.
Norway. Okay, perfect. Got it.
Germany, Norway. It's
I'll
like,
remember that.
Oh no, it's like that far. Yeah.
Yeah.
So then, so basically every month you guys are doing. You guys have games, right?
We have a season. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I meant to say. Season.
Yeah.
So the season. So Lake Placid to Lillehammer, Sigulda. Is that how you say that?
Sigulda, Latvia. Yep.
Latvia.
That was a crazy track,
man.
That track.
What's a triple B?
That track is crazy. That track doesn't make sense.
Really?
Yeah.
Is there obviously there's stipulations? There has to be certain criteria on the course, right? I mean, you guys call it course.
Yeah.
So when you say it's crazy, it's like what's Placid? What? How many turns were there? 16?
19.
19.
Yeah.
Damn.
So what makes like a specific course worse than another? I mean, is it like the angle of the turns, the number of turns? Like what is it?
How fast the turns come at you and what kind of G-force you hit on them. So Lake Placid is a very technical track. It's a track for a driver, heavy-handed like I am. I do really well in heavy-handed tracks. And then you have a track like St. Moritz where you gotta let it fly, and the turns are long, right? They're not small and choppy.
Right.
Yeah.
And then Latvia, where I said it doesn't make sense, is there's a turn 15 where you have to create this pressure and then release it, and you just skyrocket almost to the roof, and then you got to let it fall on its own, and if you don't touch it, it'll come out perfect. But everything inside you tells you get off this corner, man. Like there's no way, and it's pretty amazing.
So two-part question here. What kind of G's are you hitting? And secondly, what's worse, the short choppy turns or the long turns for you?
For me, the long turn. Yeah. For me, I do well in the short choppy turns. Why was the other one? What jeans do I wear?
Yeah, what kind of G's are you hitting? You said you were hitting G's like.
You could wear jeans, shit. Could you?
Yeah, you can wear jeans. You can wear whatever you want.
No,
I mean, he's a champion.
I like jorts. I mean, I'm an old man, so
I like Ariat jeans personally, but that's just me.
I chain up in the snow in shorts.
It's funny because we have a guy that wears jeans, and he's also an amazing bobsledder, and it drives my coach crazy. But
all right, so third question: what do you wear?
I wear a uniform, either a cut up uniform.
So do you have is there like a specific like
you can wear Speedo
dress code kind of thing?
Yeah, well, there's not really a dress code.
No.
They don't really fund us. They don't fund us. We have to find our own sponsors. We're able to wear what we want as long as it doesn't look bad. No, like not disrespectful.
Yeah, you don't want to look tacky. I mean, that's the worst thing you can do.
Exactly. So that's another part of being a U.S. athlete is like you got to represent right, But that's a whole.
So is it like spandex? Like what's like the best attire to wear for bobsled? I don't know. This is new to me. I don't know what you wear.
A speed suit. So it's like tights, right?
Okay.
But we're not. There's no reason for me to wear tights ever.
Could you wear like seal skin?
What?
So real quick. There was a website that the Contagion Effect show had, and we actually had biking shorts, and they were spandex shorts. And Mr.
I'm telling you right
Jason
now, those are the greatest shorts I've ever seen in my life.
Dude, I'm trying to find it. The website won't even come up. I'm like, dude, I'm going to send you some. And it was Mike and I. Our pictures were on these freaking basically like wrestling, it's like a singlet, and Jason bought him, and he was supposed to show him, but it got so crazy.
He didn't show him, but we saw him. They were seen.
Yeah,
me and Scotty Hastings.
I was hugging a leg. My face was like right in the crotch. It was great. I think Mike did it on purpose. It was the coolest thing I've
ever seen in my life. You should wear those. Like if we can get Will in a pair of those for a race, that'd be the greatest thing.
Speaking of that, well, here's the thing. I was just going to say, if we could get Will a pair of those, dude, we might be able to raise some funds and donate to Will Castillo. It's around $30,000 a year to run in all the programs. We're going to have this up. We're going to have the link posted. So, we're going to tag some friends and partners, and hopefully, we can help you out with that. Again, it's help veterans, help veterans succeed. And,
absolutely.
And, what you have going on here, Will, is just, I'm happy for you. I'm really happy for you.
Me too.
I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here. And hell, we've only been talking for a short time now, but I like your passion, and I like your drive. For me, this is what my show is all about. Obviously we could get some laughs and jokes and knuckleheads asking you about genes and G forces and all that stuff. And
who does that?
And you did it good. You caught on good with that. And so, for our show, it's one of those things where, hopefully we can get some support for you. I do want to let you know that my Google truck got in an accident and my shirt didn't get here in time. So I did buy a shirt. I do have a Castillo. So I will guarantee you next week that I will be supporting you. And again, I'll pimp the crap out of what you got going on, because I personally believe in you and what you're doing. I love it, dude. I love everything that you stand for. I appreciate you bringing your story to us, and the honesty of, hey, listen, man, like not only once, but twice I tried to commit suicide. I gave my life to God, doors open. And it's, for me, it's beautiful. I appreciate it so much.
Thank you. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for getting a shirt. I tell people I am a product of all the great people that God has placed in my life.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm blessed to meet you. I'm blessed to be here, to be able to tell my story. And, that's where the logo came from. My logo came from Will Bobson. Actually, I wanted to talk about my men. I wanted people to say, Will, you did this. Yeah, but let me tell you how I got here. And this is why it started it, and that's why they're behind me, pushing me forward every step of the way. It's a fight.
Well, and like you just said, you designed this with things with these mementos. Mementos are kind of such a. You designed this with a process, right?
Yeah, the details.
Yeah, and I found this page earlier, and I was like, okay, this is great. I love it. I do love that decal. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna get me. I think there's a cup up there. Again, I have a site also, but my stuff is next to nothing. I charge like maybe 50 cents a shirt, so whatever the price is on my product just goes back to veterans. I will buy. You have a shirt and a hat and a book. You got crayons. You got. Hell, I got beard oil.
You should team up with Crayons Ready to Eat. That's who you should team up.
I would love for someone to answer an email, but I can't force people to answer emails.
I'll get you in touch with Frank. I've got this.
Yeah, and so this is the explanation of your logo, right?
Yeah.
So again, I appreciate what you stand for and the honesty that you have. Just a great story. Again, I want to thank Fox 35 out of Orlando before I get a copyright infringement. Express written consent was given through the process of emails. I might have lost the email, but I appreciate Fox 35 out of Orlando for allowing us to use their video. Thank you so much.
All right. First and foremost, Eric, can we make some Eric and Derek shorts where my face is on the butt? I'm more of a butt guy myself. And we'll get Will in those. We'll get him in those for a race.
we'll see.
We could do like long spandex, like the not just shorts,
well,
but he's gonna be cold. He's on ice.
Well, here's the deal. I think Hero Stock. I think we can get Hero Stock together with Will. Maybe we can do something, and we can support each other in that aspect. I know there's going to be a lot of other guys
absolutely.
jumping on and stuff. But Will, thank you again. I appreciate the time. What is your 2024 looking like?
Well, so the season just finished. I'm off till pretty much September, October, waiting for the schedule to come out. Waiting to see what they say about the Paralympics here in June. See if we're in or if we have to wait to the next one. But besides that, I'm just spending some time with the family, try to stay in shape, stay out of trouble.
Yeah.
Stay close to God, and that's it. So whatever you guys got going on, let me know.
We're gonna keep you busy. We're gonna keep you busy. I'm gonna send your information to a couple other dudes, and we're gonna have you on, and we're gonna try to support your 2024 like nothing before. So thank you, Will. Appreciate you. Kim Gwinner, thank you again. Charlie Hines, thank you. Kim said it best. Thank you for sharing your story, Will. Hold on, Will. We'll be right with you.
God damn it! I had a good question for him.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. I apologize. I apologize.
Right before you go, dude. What's the big goal? What is the end dream for what you're doing right now? I have to know.
Be the first American to win an Olympic medal in the sport.
That's what I like to hear, dude. You're gonna do it. I know you can do it.
Yeah.
Like I've got so much faith in you. It's been an incredible honor to get to meet you and hear your story. I just want you to know that. And I'm going to be rooting for you. And if there's anything that we can do for you, just let us know. I
appreciate you, Derek, man. Thank you.
Thank you, Will.
Yeah, I didn't mean to cut you off. Sorry. I just tagged Gary Miller. That's not even what I was supposed to do. I need to delete that. That looks not very good. We'll delete that. I was going to say post-production, but everything's live, so there's no production, there's no editing. It is what it is. And that's why I love the show. That's why I love that how we are.
This is what's happening.
Dude, listen, man. Like I said, I've had the curtain fall. I've had heads poking around. I mean, I've been very clean, as we say before. Make sure everything's clean. But yeah, so
I see a little girl
there we go.
You.
What's up? You got a little ghost right there.
Oh. There it is.
What's going on?
I love this.
That's awesome. Come on in.
Get in here.
Hi. How are you?
She's so cute.
I love that age because, like any other time, she'd probably be like, "Oh, la 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 la." Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. That's what it's about, man. It's about the family, right?
That'd be about
it. Really is.
Yeah. Oh, that's perfect. That was nice. That was awesome. All right, Will. Thanks again. Hold on a couple minutes, and then we'll be right back. Derek, thank you, sir. Appreciate you for showing up and some good questions too, by the way.
Hey, I was trying to do better tonight. I had to be my
irrelevant. Listen, irrelevant. Doing better. Just you're here. That's what my do better is, right?
Absolutely. That's what I'm saying.
So, being that we're an hour and 3 minutes into the show, can we have the intro? Can we start the intro?
We should probably do the Scotty Hastings intro. Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
The times and places they may change, but one thing stays the same. The stories that they tell about going through hell. If you think they wouldn't do it all over again, well, you just don't know them. The memories that they own of the ones who didn't make it home. But they keep them all living in the stories that they tell.
Hey, there you go. Derek, thank you, sir.
Before that goes, don't forget, Scotty has a new EP coming out. Be sure to add it to your playlist and pre-save that sucker, and it'll be out soon.
It'll be a 5-song, and the first one gets downloaded like immediately.
Dude, it's so good.
Yeah, I can't wait. I play. I'm American. I'm America is on the loop.
Yeah, it's on a loop for me too, dude. I love it. Yeah. It's so good.
Let's do this. Let's get Tom Ettinger to take us out, and then we'll wrap it up. Thank you, brother. Love you, man.
Love